Hey everybody, this is Tortimer the Grey, welcoming you back to the Hexath'locke Season 2. We've wrapped up Season 1 almost a month ago, or maybe a little more than a month ago, I can't really remember at this point. But yeah, we're back, and took some time to make some improvements to the channel that hopefully you guys will appreciate. It's kind of a huge improvement on what we were doing last time, so hopefully you guys can forgive me for taking a little while getting Season 2 out, but there it is. So you'll notice from the video title and the fact that my headband here is red that we are not playing Emerald like I thought we would be at the end of Season 1, but are in fact playing Ruby. For a number of reasons, I decided that I wanted to play the games that I have physical copies of, both for nostalgia's sake and just because to shake it up. A lot of the games that I was originally planning on playing are the ones that you see pretty frequently in Nuzlocke. Emerald, Platinum, those are pretty common, and so I figured playing through Ruby will take us back to Nuzlocke roots, because you know, that's where this all started in a Ruby version, and it'll also allow me to get a little bit of nostalgia playing through the games I played through as a kid. I had Ruby, I had Pokemon Red and Pokemon Fire Red, so we're on the right track, and yeah. Anyway, we're here in Hoenn. Thank you guys for, again, for your patience while I got Season 2 out. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And as always, let me know what you think in the comments below. But we're here in Hoenn. We're in the back of our moving truck. For some reason, we were relegated to the back of the truck with the things. But here's our mom. We just moved to Hoenn from Kanto, obviously. We were just in Kanto, so we're here now. Oh, we have a dad. That's interesting. Forgot about that. So we've got to set the clock. So let me quickly do this. What time is it? Sure. That looks right. Alright. Tortimer, do you like in your room? I do, actually. It looks like we've got a nice little setup here. We've got an upgrade. We got the GameCube. We had the SNES back in Kanto, so that's nice. Let's see, anything good on the computer? Oh, free potion again. Good, good. Liking it. The bed's exceptionally comfortable. But anyway, so we got our clock set. Oh, something's going on. Oh, Dad's on TV. Apparently our dad's the gym leader here. Well, not here, but in Petalburg City, so we are going to head out. We're supposed to come over here and break into Birch's house, so we're going to do that. Oh, his wife's freaking out. She's like, oh my god, who's this kid breaking into my house? Oh, you're Tortimer. Okay. For some reason that makes it all better. I'm just going to go up and freak out her daughter now. Bang. Huh? Oh my gosh, who are you? They're like, oh my god. Alright, so, I was hoping that you'd be nice, but now that you're breaking into my room and trying to steal my stuff, I don't know about that. So, alright, so we met May, the daughter, and let's see what's going on in here. Birch, Fieldwork, right, okay. Yes, yeah, no, I understand, thank you. Alright, so we've got to do the same thing we did in Kanto, we've just got to get out of town. So we try to leave, this kid's like, somebody's, oh, and we find Birch being overpowered by a level 2 Poochyena. So, what we get to do is pick our starter Pokemon. At the end of Season 1, all of you guys were gracious enough to cast your votes for who we should pick. And we had the choice between Mudkip, Trico, and Torchic. And resoundingly, in fact, I believe it was unanimously, Torchic was picked as our starter. So, we are going to go with Torchic. And we've got a level 5 male Torchic. Pretty decent attack. Look at that guy. 2 hits. Attaboy, Torchic. Alright. Yep, we saved him. And he realizes who we are, so he takes us back to his lab. And he's going to give us this Torchic. Or at least he better. Otherwise, we'll just take it by force, I guess, because we already have it. Alright, so what I picked out is what I think is a pretty decent nickname. Oop, no, caps for... Want caps for the first one? I'm gonna name this Torchic Zuko, after the Avatar Last Airbender character. I think it's a pretty apt name for a Torchic. We need to go find his daughter on Route 103. Alright, so we have our Torchic Zuko, mild nature. Let's look at his stats. What's that? Attack actually isn't that high. Alright, well, not too bad, I guess. I told myself I'm going to learn what all the natures mean and all of that in between the the generations, and then I did not do that at all. But yeah, anyway, so we're gonna head up to Route 101, or I'm sorry, Route 103. We're on Route 101. As with last generation, the Nuzlocke challenge is not going to start until we get our Pokeballs, so that doesn't count as our encounter. But let's... Actually, we've got a Battle May here in a second, so I'm going to be cheap and I'm going to... there we go. A level up on the Mudkip should be fine. Let's heal real quick. So yeah, basically I guess I'll explain what we're doing here. For those of you who are just starting up with us, this is Season 2 of a 6-part series. If you haven't watched Season 1, go back and watch it. It's an enjoyable series, and it's pretty short. It's only 18... actually, we don't want to battle that, so we have our energy. It's a short series, only 18 episodes. So go back and watch it before you start on this, if you'd like. But for those of you who are watching this, and I'll go back and watch Season 1 later, what we're doing here is a Nuzlocke variant called the Hexath'locke. If you're not aware what a Nuzlocke is, the link will be in the description below, so I won't explain that again this time. But what the Hexath'locke is, a 6-challenge Nuzlocke, Hexath'locke being derived from the words Hexathlon and Nuzlocke. Ooh, attaboy, Zuko. Hitting the crits. You're going to be a total bro, I know it. So the Hexath'locke is a 6-part Nuzlocke, means we're going to run through 6 Nuzlocke challenges before we consider this challenge complete. So we've already completed one through Pokemon Fire Red and Kanto. We beat the Elite Four there. Now we've moved to Hoenn with our parents, so we're going to be taking on the Hoenn League. And let's see. So what the Hexath'locke is that 6-part challenge, but it's continuous. So they're not considered unique challenges. As you'll see on the right, our badge counter and death counter are not reset to 0. We lost 4 Pokemon over in Kanto, and we gained 8 badges, so now we have 8 of 16 badges. So it's a continuous, and also we, based on the rule set, which is included below, we are allowed to transfer in 2 Pokemon from our previous generation, well, from 2 Hall of Famer Pokemon. They have to be from the Hall of Fame team, from our previous generation into this generation. And we alter their levels and attacks and things like that so that it's not overpowered. And I think we just got our Pokeball, so I think the challenge is officially on. Yes, it is. So, we transferred in, and you guys voted on those. You probably won't be terribly surprised which Pokemon we brought in. A lot of people were pretty resoundingly... I'm using big words and it's confusing me. Everyone was pretty well together on who we should bring in. So that's who we brought in, and we'll see in a second. They're in the box up at the Pokemon Center, so we'll go pick them up here in a second. We've talked to our mom probably for the last time. Well, she heals Zuko. We might as well start out with Fresh Blade if we can. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so our little Torchic buddy's all healed. We are going to head up to the next town. We can get an encounter... Well, okay, so first, before we encounter somebody here, to transfer in those 2 Pokemon, to make it not break the system entirely, we had to forfeit some routes of captures in this game. So what that means, there is... Based on the rules, we can transfer in 2 Pokemon for the cost of 3 routes of catches. So we've done that. I did a random number generator to determine who or which routes will be forfeited, and I'll show you guys that on a map right now. So you can see those 3 routes. we've got a couple, you know, dispersed around the map, so we'll take note of those when we get there. Thankfully, none of the beginning routes were forfeited. I was worried that we'd lose, like, Route 102 and Petalburg. There's some rarer Pokemon there that we can only get in those areas, and they're some of my favorites, too. So I wanted to at least have a chance. The chances of getting them are a little unlikely, but I didn't want to, you know, have to forfeit those routes and everything. So now that we've seen the map, let's go ahead, and we know these routes are available for catches, so let's go in here and Zigzagoon. Alright, so we're going to crit our first catch in the... Oh, Zuko. Oh, I thought you were going to be a bro, but it might be something much, much worse. Alright, so Route 101, we were going to have a Zigzagoon, and Zuko saw to that was not going to happen. So let's... yeah, let's go ahead and we'll pick up our 2 transfers, and then we'll continue on here. Alright, so let's head on up here to the PC. And let's see who we've got. And as you guys are we're probably expecting, based on all the votes we received, Leonardo and Thor are the 2 Pokemon we're transferring in. And I'll fix that. So yeah, let's heal everybody up. And let's take a quick look at our team. Alright. Oh, also, I made sure that this one was this one could save, so we shouldn't have any issues like we had in last season. So we've got Zuko fires up Blaze. We already looked at Zuko. Let's look at Leo. So Leo, same nature, same ability. It says obtained in a trade. I used the same ID and secret ID as the trainer in this game, so he won't be gaining extra XP and things like that. He's being read as my Pokemon, or at least he should be. I guess we'll make sure that is actually true. But made my best guess with his stats, and then he just knows base moves for a Blastoise. So that's what the rules dictated. He's level 5 because he was level 58, so you know, we said he would have a 10th of his level rounded down, so because he didn't make it to 60, because of all the glitches and everything that ended our season last season, he's level 5. Same with Thor, same ability and same nature, and best guess at stats, and just base moves for a Jolteon. So shouldn't break the game too much, but we will see. So let's go ahead. We did heal, right? Yeah. So let's head out, and we'll attempt our catch for Route 103. Another Zigzagoon. You know what? Let's actually let Leo do this. There we go. Lower my attack a little bit. There we go. Alright. Oh! Oh no! Oh, well, this is turning out great. I guess we should have forfeited these first couple routes. Oh, crap. We will eventually catch some Pokemon in this Pokemon game. Yikes. Okay. Well... Here we go, hoping for our routes. And we get a C-Dot. Alright, well... Do I risk it? Okay, that was dumb, but let's just catch C-Dot real quick. Alrighty. Well, it's a Nuzlocke, you don't get to decide what you get, and we got pretty lucky with catches last time, so... I guess it's only fair that we have a little bit of trouble here at the beginning. I guess I'm gonna name this C-Dot Friday. I just finished reading the book Robinson Crusoe, and I looked at the first couple of Pokemon in the game, the potential catches, and came up with some nicknames, I guess. And I felt like Friday was a good nickname for the C-Dot line. So let's take a look at our little guy. Chlorophyll, lax nature. yeah, I mean, not fantastic, obviously, but alright, so that's our first catch for the Hoenn region. So that's exciting. Let's head on up here. Oop, and we got our first battle. Here we go. Alright. Ooh! Alright, I'm gonna play like that, huh? Let's let Leo jump in here. The defenses of a boss. I love the Squirtle line. They're so beefy. Alright. Yeah, you lost. That's true. Alright. Quick run back since that was our first foray into the route. But yeah. So anyway, did I finish fully explaining what the Hexath'locke was? So this is part 2 of 6. I explained that the meters on the side haven't reset and everything. So we'll keep going that through all six generations. Let's throw Friday out front real quick just to get a couple levels on him until we get a new attack or something. I don't really remember when C-Dots get new attacks, but so yeah, haven't reset. We'll keep that going through all 6. So hopefully that death count doesn't get too high, but typically, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but typically my Hoenn Nuzlockes are a little bit bloodier than my Kanto Nuzlockes. Just based on experience, Kanto is typically an easier region for that. I don't know if that's just because I've played Kanto so many more times that I know it all by the back of my hand, or what exactly, but yeah, so I would not be surprised from a personal standpoint if we end up seeing a little bit more blood. Let's get Thor out here. Thor hasn't done any battling yet. Oh no! The fastest Pokemon in existence is String-Shotted. I guess in Gen 3 was Jolteon still the fastest. I know in Gen 1 it was, wasn't it? Or was that Rapidash? Pretty sure it was Jolteon. But yeah. And I'm not sure, but maybe Jolteon's still the fastest one. I'm not really sure. But yeah. So, what was that? It was Poochyena. Level 5. Yeah, we'll let Thor, or not Thor, Leo do this for now. Until we get up a couple levels, we'll let his defense save us. But yeah, so again, if you're not familiar with Nuzlocke in general, I'm not going to take the time to explain that at this point, but check the link below. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this season. Don't have any. Yeah, we'll just do this. I don't. What was that? I'm pretty excited about this season. I've made some improvements. I hope you guys like the frame and stuff. If you've got any suggestions on that, let me know. It's something I made in Photoshop, so I can tweak that as needed. Just let me know what you guys would like to see. If there's anything I can change. If it's too busy, this is my main concern. Let me know. If it's distracting from the gameplay, maybe that's not a problem. Maybe the gameplay's boring. I don't know, but just let me know what you guys think. Maybe that'll be our question for today. Is just kind of letting me know what exactly you guys are your thoughts on that, because that's something you guys will be seeing a lot, just by nature of it being, you know, surrounding every video for this season. So let me know what you guys think. If there's other information I can put on there that you guys would be interested in seeing, you know, right now I've got my team displayed, as well as what else do I have on there? I've got the route. So up in the top right, I guess you'll see the route that we're on, and in that box you'll see the encounter for that route. So right now you see Friday in the box over there, and if we went back to Route 103 and 101, you would see Zigzagoons there. So that'll be there, just so as we're wandering around, you guys can keep track of what we've caught on what routes, and you'll know if a route we're on, we've used our catch or not. I figured that's just an easy way for us to keep track of all that. I used, when I was doing my comic, I kept track of all that in a spreadsheet, but since we're doing this one visually, I figure we'll all get to keep up with that fun. So, so yeah, you guys can see what's going on there just as well as I can. Well, actually, you can see it better than I can because I don't have the frame on here while I'm recording. I'm putting that in post. So, alright, so Friday's level 6. He hasn't learned anything though, has he? Yeah, because he's only got, well, he's gone up 3 levels. But yeah. So let's talk to our dad real quick, and then I think we might call this an episode. This is just kind of the start, explaining again what the Hexath'locke is and everything. And I'm trying to keep these videos a little shorter. So this is our dad. He's the gym leader of Petalburg City. So let's talk to him real quick. And then we're going to help Wally catch his Pokemon. He's extremely lucky. We weren't quite as lucky. I was hoping for a route, but, well, spoilers. We'll just get there. Come on, Dad. Let's go, 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 go. So we've got to teach Wally how to catch a Pokemon, which is kind of a nice little way to throw the tutorial at us, you know. It shows us how to catch a Pokemon while we show him how to catch a Pokemon. So we don't have to listen to the old man tell us how to do it this time. But, there we go. Come on. He's got a male routes, which in a later generation would be able to evolve into Glade. I think that's right. Yeah, Glade. I'm not quite as familiar with all of the 5th and 6th gen, or I'm sorry, I'm not familiar really with any of the 6th gen Pokemon as it hasn't come out yet. But all the 4th and 5th gen, way less 5th than 4th. I'm pretty familiar with 4th, but if I screw up a name of a Pokemon from one of those generations, I apologize. If it's from one of the first 3, I really don't have an excuse, but yeah. So there we go. We talked to our dad. He's not going to battle us just yet. We've got to come back. He'll be our 5th badge, I think, if I remember correctly. So we're going to call it a day here. I might do a tiny bit of grinding just to get everybody leveled off. And then we will continue on through Petalburg Woods and what lies within. So thanks, guys, for watching. Remember to comment on the question of the day, what you guys think of the frame and what I can change to make it easier on your eyes or whatever. So thank you guys very much and have a good one.